Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode we went to the circus, we picked up some quests to go to Port Haven and Port Prosper. We still need to go to Port Prosper, and in order to continue in Port Haven we need to pry the legs off a cantankery, which is going to be a fantastic objective. I gotta try and find a cantankery first, but I have noticed that I am in fact full, so what I may do is go back to New Winchester just to drop off my stuff. Apparently, my headphones are incredibly loud right now and I'm deafening myself. That's not good. We may repair our train as well. It took a bit of damage in the last episode. We got into a fight with a particularly nasty cantankery pack. That's a point. Where are cantankeries in the Reach? I think down here. I think Brayley Rocks are really good place to try. Let's empty our inventory first, just in case we come across some stuff. While we are down there, we could come across some supplies or whatever. We are kind of running low on supplies. Yep, no, I am going the right way. I don't remember the Reach very well, so we're going to be stuck with that problem. But if once we go to Port Prosper, we can pick up the briefcase. I wonder if we'll be able to pick up the cat again. I assume so. I don't think we ever actually finished this storyline. Oh god, it's one of the big ones. Let's not fight that. Oh look, there's some stuff. Wait, can I pick it up? I can, I have space. Don't spawn something nasty, please. Maybe it'll be supplies and it'll save me some trouble. Nope, of course it wasn't. It was from some nostalgic crockery. Why would it have been anything else? Let's see if we can find a prospect as well. That would be nice. Because we still need some money. Are you okay there, friend? If you want to just keep ramming that rock over and over and over again, and then I can just loot your corpse, that would be fantastic. Think of all the cool things we could find on a cantankery ship. Cantankery ship? No, tackety ship. A cantankery ship is a thing of nightmare. Did we ever? We did we? We found the wreck of the Parsifal. Thinking of a infested wreck made me think of the Parsifal. We found it a long time ago, and my goal was to get more irons before going back there. I believe I have more irons now? Maybe that's something I should go and look at doing. That could be a very interesting episode. It's close to Port Prosper, so I could probably do that at the same time. That's probably a good idea, let's do that. I kind of forgot about the Parsifal. I don't remember if you get something good for actually like finishing the Parsifal, but it's an interesting story that I started many months ago and would quite like to finish. I guess we'll be starting from the beginning. Right, so firstly, let's repair my locomotive here. Let's have it fully repaired. It's going to cost me... oof, 96 sovereigns. How deeply upsetting. Next we'll go to the bank. We're going to drop everything off. Here we have 15 bronzewood. God, I need to find something to do with that bronzewood. Jesus. Bazaar? No, that's literature for Traitor's Wood. Munitions for Port Prosper's parsimonious chairman. Who sells guns? Do I have 3? I do. Let's grab those. And let's grab the prospect here, because that's some good money. This is going to support the stovepipes, but at this point, I'm sure it'll be fine. They don't need to know where my allegiances lie. My allegiances lie with whoever has the most money. Like all good mercenaries. Right, let's go down to Port Prosper then. And if we can fit in the Parsifal, that would be pretty cool. I could at least start it, right? Plus we'll make some money. I did pick it up, right? Good, just checking. Just check. I have a history. I have a history of thinking I've done something, leaving, and then realizing I haven't. And it is rather embarrassing. Yeah, we just go straight down past the Rat Memorial. I guess I will rest there for a second. See if we can lower my terror. It's not too bad, but could be better. I'm getting close to leveling up, which should allow me to get my ratty baggers back. That would be nice. The extra cargo space does not go amiss with the way that I play this game and being a massive hoarder of absolutely everything. I like to be able to pick up everything I can. I'm kind of surprised we haven't come across a cantankerous here. Like, genuinely. Normally there's one or two floating around this part of the map. Especially with Bradley Rock being around the corner. Oh no, this is Marauders, huh? Fantastic. Marauders are my second favourite thing in the game. Admittedly, I can kill Marauders rather easily. So they don't scare me too much. Do I want to go to the... Yeah, I do. I'd save very little time by bypassing the Rat Memorial. And I wouldn't get the terror reduction, so... The terror reduction is worth quite a lot to me. Plus, it never hurts to see the rat. A fantastic sculpture. We need more sculptures like this in the world. Random, inspirational things like a giant rat. Hey, one by one, our crew removed our hats. Look at that. Do I want to kill this Taggedy? Yes, I do. Hi, friend. Ow, he shot me. I've messed up. There we go. It's sad that he hit me, but you know. The Dagdies favour scrappy vessels, yes they do. Let's search the cargo for fuel and supplies. We've got an 80% chance we might lose our crew. Yeah. Assembling a boarding party, you plunge into the smoke-throttled corridors. But it's too late. The engine is an inferno. Flames leap and the smoke is clogged with stinging embers. You have to retreat, empty-handed. Not all of you make it back. Well done. I did get a nameplate though. You know, I got the silver linings and all that. I can probably sell said nameplate at Port Prosper to the same man that I'm bringing bullets. He's going to be very happy. Very happy day for this man. I don't think it's going to be enough for us to, like, you know, rejuvenate the stovepipes in the area, but it could be worse. Hey, we found a homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. This homestead comprises a scattering of houses and a ramshackle barn. A cloud of dust rises from the yard. Two men are fighting. Let's tell the men to stop. The men are greying and scarred. Their arms are brown as teak and knotted with muscle. They strike indiscriminately, but thus far, ineffectually. As far as you can tell, they're fighting over what colour to paint the shared outhouse. So we can either forcibly separate the pair. This is nonsense. They are too old to be settling their problems this way, especially out here, far from medical aid. Or we can steal supplies while they're distracted. They should consider this a sound moral lesson in peaceful coexistence. Or we can invite one to join our crew. Let's do that. Replace that guy we just lost. The settler you left behind makes rude gestures as you depart, while your new crewman grins. Despite his age, he is limber, and his experience compensates for his early nights and occasional lumbago. He also tells a good yarn. You've got some whiskey into him. Fantastic. It's like we never lost a crew member. Is there a cantankerous here? I'm just going to quickly, like, you know, pop my head in, see if we can see one. I'm pretty sure Bradley Rock's where the cantankerous are. I could be wrong, though. It is, like, right here. Hey, there's a mine. I saw one of the big cantankerous. That's not what I'm after. One of the little ones. I don't think a big one would help me. I think the reach has got to the point where enough time has passed where the difficulty has made it so big cantankerous are everywhere. I don't know if that's how the game actually works, but it always feels like it. You certainly start seeing the harder enemies more commonly. Aha, there's one. Hey. Hey, you. Ah. Ow. Little bugger. There we go. I need to prise your legs off, friend. Not a pleasant way to spend an afternoon, but it's what the carpenter has asked for. Even dead, the cantankerous is reluctant to part with its limbs. With careful use of a hammer and chisel, you're able to crack its shell and cut at the tendons holding them in place. With those removed, the legs come out easy. Once you've cleaned the ichor off, they're ready to present to the carpenter in Port Avon. Fantastic. Ah, back. I know my terror's going up, but I want this. Ah, it repaired my ship. Fantastic. I also want this. Nice. Get out of here. To Port Prosper. That's a rather successful expedition, all things considered. A little bit of a terror problem, but we should be able to reduce our terror at Port Prosper, I think. Is there a tea house in Port Prosper? I don't actually know. It would make sense for there to be a tea house in Port Prosper, wouldn't it? I know there's the East Enders and the West Enders. You know, because just like London. I went the wrong way. I meant to go down here. Oh well, this'll get us where we need to go. Slightly longer route, I'm afraid. Should work out all the same. Ah, there's the Port Prosper music. A rumble of far-off refineries. Distant searchlights rake the sky. Yeah, damn it. What? Is it to Albion? Yeah, this is the Albion. Relay down here, that makes sense. Given Port Prosper is the foothold of the stovepipes in the Reach. Let's dock up. Let's go to the Parsimonious Chairman's offices. Actually, let's do the bazaar first, so I don't forget. Not a huge amount of money, but I'll take it. The Parsimonious Chairman of the Windward Company is looking for an outfit, a dozen more engines with the appropriate precautions. Yes, he's apparently delighted and pours you both an almost but not quite indecent measure of brandy. Yes. Gained 3 reputation with the Windward Company. They've got mixed fortunes, and we lost some reputation with the Taggartys. A gang of grubby urchins are selling stained glass. No, we can probably pass on the stained glass. Doesn't come up very often. It is 5 sheets though, so 550 echoes? You know what? It comes up enough in the prospects that it's probably going to be worthwhile. Right, next place we go to the Parsimonious Chairman himself. I'm probably just going to turn them in for... Oh, Ministry Stamp Permit seems like a good idea. Let's get a Ministry Stamp Permit. It's not money, but... We have 4 Ministry Stamp Permits. Okay, I probably didn't need to do that. A further task? Just gonna hand in 1 here for 25 sovereigns. Why not? What's the further task? I've been impressed with your labours thus far. A lady on New Winchester has been an opponent to our work for some time. She complains that our factories rely on the labour of the unwilling. Obviously nonsense. Our workers are reimbursed for their services and celebrated for their toil. Now she lobbies the Assembly for aid. This will not do. He licks his lips. I have a delivery to the Round Table on New Winchester. He produces a slim vial of honey. Would you be willing? Sure. You have your reasons. You need not necessarily carry it out to the letter. He smiles. It is like watching butter spread on a piece of toast. I'm told there is to be a rally near the round table. She has a penchant for stovepipes. Ironically worn, of course. And wears a suit. Okay. Interesting. Gives us a reason to go back to New Winchester. I could offer some transport to some settlers. Is that option open? I can encourage them to seek adventure. Sure. Offer transport? Who are we going to get? My friend has been sending me postcards from Port Avon, and I've never seen anywhere so quaint. You must take me there. His handshake is firm, to the point of rudeness. He leans in close. My time is precious, you understand. I'd appreciate it if you could get me there as quick as you can. You shan't go unrewarded for the effort. Oh, god damn it. You know what I mean? I gotta now speed off to Port Avon. A messenger greets you at the station. Is that the industrialist? That might be the industrialist. He's the guy who got me killed last time, so let's not worry about that for now. We'll grab our port report while we're here. It's easy money. Find the humiliated magician's house. It has a red door and is near the station. Happily, he's given you the key. Props and spirit cabinets line the musty hallways. Faded posters depict the magician's noble countenance as he prepares to embark on another daring adventure into the occult. Not for the faint of heart. The pernickety factor finds much to roll her eyes at. You find the battered suitcase underneath a large tabby cat. It yowls sleepily. The cat could belong to the magician, or could have just crept in here for a nap. A garnet-studded collar reads Monsieur Francis. It looks up at you, expectantly. I'm going to bring the cat with me. The humiliated magician might wish to see it again. Monsieur Francis might like an adventure. The pernickety factor gives you a look of abject disbelief when you ask her to find a suitable box to carry the cat in. Monsieur Francis proves a very amenable traveller, however, and purrs all the way back to your locomotive. Your cook is less than thrilled at having another mouth to feed, and we now have a cat. So we have to return to Polymer and Plenty's. Here we can take tea at the Admiral Nelson. The Admiral Nelson is Port Prosper's most exclusive tea house. West Enders congregate here to sit amongst the many little tables of ornamental shepherds and bulldogs and drink tea from little saucers with Her Renewed Majesty's face on them. The Admiral Nelson is so exclusive, in fact, that it opens only occasionally and never does anything so crass as to advertise. People know by word of mouth, initially at least. Afterwards, most Prosperans join the queue. Let's eavesdrop, I guess. There is much that can be learned here at the heart of polite society, if you're discreet. You make yourself as unobtrusive as possible behind a complicated flower arrangement. A vicereine and a duchess are engaged in a most unbecoming war of words as they jab their butter knives into a shared meringue. The young diplomat is apparently thinking of a fresh start for himself in Albion, having quite ruined himself with dissolution in the unknown frontier. A skyfarer, long thought dead, has returned, to general disappointment. Their stories about life in the Reach are very much not the thing. Fantastic. Right, let's speed back to Port Avon. Full speed ahead. I think we have enough fuel and supplies to get us there, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then, I think after I've gone to Port Avon, we will come back down. This is probably going to be the next episode now. But we will come back down here, and we shall do the Parsifal. Because that's a very interesting story, and it's one that I would love to do. And I think I have enough irons now to get through it relatively unscathed. But this passenger hopefully doesn't suddenly change their bloody mind, which is what normally happens whenever I try and take a passenger anywhere in the Reach. I do see this, but I'm just going to ignore it for now. I think I need an assaying device. I might not. I just don't want to waste any time. I want to get us back to Port Avon as quick as possible. Get that speed bonus. Get that bonus pay. That money's what I'm after here. Hello, Starman and Explorer. I'm just going to ignore your existence for a sweet second. Don't worry about it. We're going to go via the rat again. I don't think we're going to get the terror reduction. I should have tried to lower my terror more in Lord Prosper, but for some reason I just didn't. My bad. I didn't really think about it. I mean, I had tea. That's slightly useful, right? We still need to get into the church in Achilles. I don't think that tea helped me though. Oh god, I wish I could work out how many days go by in an average episode. I could probably work it out. Okay, we don't get the terror reduction. Bit of a shame. Luckily, Port Avon is a fantastic place to lower my terror. So as long as we get there before we get to 50%, we should be okay. I will admit though, we're already at 45%. We might be jettisoning some supplies into the sky here to try and... Yeah, 46%. Oh dear. No, maybe. We're almost halfway there. You get lucky. We're at the Sparkles. One of the coolest areas in the Reach. I do love the Reach's aesthetic is fantastic. I love the rework. I remember the old Reach. The new Reach is a lot better than the old Reach. Oh my god, not again. Run? I refuse to fight you again, Cantankerous. I will, however, take those souls for free. I didn't realise Port Avon was surrounded by so many Cantankerous. This would have made my life so much easier, wouldn't it? Where are we at? 49? 49. Oh god. Get me to Port Avon, please. Normally what happens is we'll get to 50%. Just as I'm about to dock, and then it'll do the proc, and I'll get screwed over. Right, a quiet day in Port Avon. I can buy cheap fuel, or I can get cheap repairs. Let's go with the cheap fuel. Nice. What do we need to do here? Oh, I guess we need to deliver the settler. You're here. They have arrived at their destination. Whether or not they still wish to be here is another matter entirely. You made good time. They should reward you well. Get out. Get off my engine. Give me my money. A colonist gives the settler a limp, awkward handshake. I am the founder of our little welcoming committee, he says, and I should like to welcome you to Port Avon. May you find it a happy haven. The settler claps you hard on the back, like an old schoolmate you'd rather forget. Good show. I should say we got here in record time. Record time. Let's hope they're as eager here as you've been. Here's your reward. Hey, 150 sovereigns and 100 experience is not bad. Let's present the reclusive carpenter with his materials. Is what he said he needed to fix the magician's equipment. The reclusive carpenter bids you deliver the material outside his workshop and return in 2 days. After the time has passed, just outside your locomotive, you find the magician's equipment boxed and ready for transport. The carpenter is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Let's share exotic gossip with the locals here. You make for the nowhere, the local pub, where you can be sure of an audience. Ears bend to overhear your conversation about a London scandal. One resident even buys you a drink. An unquestionable honour. Let's go to the village green here. And take a relaxing stroll around the village. We're going to attend a church service. Let's attend a church service. It's a small church with whitewashed walls. From within you hear the slow drone of a Sunday sermon. The vicar's voice raises and falls like a tide. His parishioners struggle to stay awake. Today his sermon concerns Matthew, chapter 4, and the devil tempting Christ in the wilderness. Okay, that was a vision of heavens. That's not that useful. Let's take a stroll. Aha, there we go. Above, a golden nebula is fierce in the sky. Amber light dapples the curving lanes. Locals nod to you, cautiously as you pass. A light drizzle of silver rain brushes the village. Its beads are bright and tiny as pinheads. Go for another stroll, see if we can lower my terror again. And I've worn out my welcome. Get out of our village. It suggested in firm and explicit terms that you best be on your way. And with that, I guess I'll end this episode here. Like I say, I think in the next episode we'll go to the Parsival. We'll see if we can get into that. We also need to take this box back to the circus. And we also need to go back to the circus for the magician again, for his briefcase and his cat. And then we may end up going up to Ibris. I forgot what it was called for a second, but either way, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me and help me keep making these videos. And as always, see you next time.